Okay, people, now is the time, well, last month and this month, where I can safely say, as of right now, it looks like it's time to once again get into the Boruto manga, because it looks like the story and the plot is finally taking off. I hope that they're not playing with us right now, and this is kind of just another irrelevant thing that seems to be tied into a grander scheme of things, but actually isn't, because it's getting real interesting. I ain't gonna lie, it's getting real interesting, and it's making me have a lot of questions. Like I said in my last Boruto manga chapter video, it seems as though we got the new Akatsuki. And this chapter made it even more so apparent that they're pretty much like the Akatsuki, this group called Kata, because they had a similar meeting to what the Akatsuki used to do, where they were kind of like all meet up or whatever, but they were basically like illusions or, you know, holograms, so to speak. They were using genjutsu, I believe, in this one, so they could all meet up, and shit is crazy, but it's already kicking off and it's making me think, oh, so I believe, and I might be getting the names wrong because it's, you know, new shit, new characters or whatever, but there was Koji and Jigen, and then there was a bunch of other people, but I remember, I believe the old man was Jigen, and the other one was Koji. I might be misremembering or whatever, but either way, I was like, damn. So, one, they're talking about that they lost this vessel, and I'm assuming that this blimp got shot down because they said that the intervention of that Momoshiki, that damn Momoshiki, ruined everything. So I'm imagining because of the Momoshiki fight and everything that he did, he messed up their blimp that they had with this special thing that they needed or whatever the case may be. So I'm really curious, okay, for starters, what the hell is that? And we'll talk a little bit more about it towards the end of this video, because that's what Konohamaru seemingly found, and he was, you know, discovering like, what the hell is this or whatever. So it seems as though Momoshiki messed up some of their plans, but they also talked about Momoshiki as if they kind of knew about him. Maybe they knew about him just because of the news, or maybe they were in tune with it. It makes me wonder, okay, what is this group's connection with the Otsutsuki, or what do they know about the Otsutsuki, if anything at all? Again, it could just be that they know based on the news, but then at the same time they were talking about Konoha and the Leaf Village as if it's like, oh, this little small thing, like if they don't really know, like they're from a total different part of the world, which I've always thought, and this could be a great opportunity to explore the Naruto world outside of what we know thus far, because it's a big world, you know what I'm saying? I'm assuming it's a huge world, and there's other sectors that have not been discovered yet, or haven't been really delved into, which always makes me go back to, okay, so this group Kata, I wonder what they were doing when the Moon Eye plan happened, and everybody was getting wrapped up and shit. Just a thought there. Maybe, who knows, it was so strong that they weren't even affected by it. They were just like, let those idiots figure it out. Who knows, right? Never know. Maybe they could just be a brand new group. Maybe they could be cyborgs, because it also delved into some stuff with Boruto and his father with that arm that was, you know, sucking shit up, this technology, but we don't necessarily know. But then it got real, and that was an incredible build up to show just how much they don't give a fuck if they're flipping on each other, when the young dude fucked up the old dude, and the old dude even before that, which again, I believe his name was Jigen, he was like, yo, if this wasn't genjutsu right now and we would see, I would have blown his face off. I'm like, bro, that's a great setup. And then the other dude, which they're looking ferocious right now. Now, granted, we don't know where they're at on the power scaling, if they're anywhere close to Naruto and Sasuke, because they're damn near gods, you know what I'm saying? They had the Sage of Six Paths, all that power. We know that they're monsters right now, but there's always ways around it. There's always captives, there's always so many different things they can do, or it could be that this new technology gives them the same boost to be on that level that Naruto and Sasuke are, which I think that's a great plot device. This technology of these jutsu that they can use, whatever, great way to somewhat even the playing field of these two gods against people that they might not be the greatest shinobi of all time, but with this technology, it could get them there. So when he wrecked the old man Jigen, again, I believe it was Koji and Jigen, when he wrecked him, I was like, shit just got real, and Kara is already looking great. This is the moment when I can't wait for the anime to get to this, because now it looks like this is the stuff, and I don't know where this will lead, if at all, to Kawaki and shit like that. It might be, because they do know, and they're affiliated with that curse mark that Boruto has, so maybe Kawaki could be involved in this, maybe he could be a son, maybe he could be affiliated, maybe he could have absolutely nothing to do with it, but it looks like there's some really good shit leading with them, and I'm already excited for Kara. I think this is where the anime is gonna really take off and finally feel like new shit, because Naruto goddamn was absolutely amazing, but that was manga content that we read 2 years ago, and then we got Boruto Naruto movies shit to go through, whatever, so it'll be a while before the anime actually gets to this, but the hype can be amazing, so by the time we get to this, we're really excited, like, yes, I can't wait to see Kara, so good shit there. Overall, that opening of the chapter, I was like, Kara, I'm a believer already, I'm a believer, Kara, y'all can do something, let's do it. Then the middle of the chapter, Boruto versus Naruto, which I was kind of like, it seemed a little bit forced to just have them fighting for whatever, and then we find out that Naruto was using, because he was, I think he did like Earth style, and I forget what's Naruto's chakra nature or whatever, so I was a little confused by that, but apparently he was cheating, so to speak, because he was using that arm that had the same ability that Momoshiki had to absorb different jutsu, if I'm not mistaken. So it was kind of weird or whatever. Sasuke kind of gave some lesson in there. Well, it's not cheating if you use it in the correct manner, some shit like that. I was like, I don't know. Naruto did embarrass the shit out of Boruto in the Naruto the movie shit, so I'm just saying, but it was kind of cool just to see Naruto going at it, and it also showed a progression of Boruto from being, you know, especially in the anime right now, he's still not even a genin, if I'm not mistaken. He hasn't graduated or nothing, so to see Boruto go from that to the Boruto Naruto the movie stuff where he's actually grown a bit, and then now I feel like Boruto is now a real full-fledged shinobi. Like, he, you know, he's a genin or whatever, but I'm starting to feel that, especially in this fight against his father and shit. I'm liking it. I'm liking where Boruto's going. Still got a long way to go, especially to get to the point where we've seen him against Kawaki in the beginning of the manga. We still got a ways to go to get to that, but Boruto's looking pretty good. And then towards the end, oh my gosh, towards the end, that's where I was just like, bro, it's looking lit as fuck, because that Konohamaru scene. So Konohamaru finding, I'm assuming what he found, that box, was the lost thing that they needed, and that apparently it cost all this money or whatever. So here's what some theories right now. Maybe we could talk some more in another video about theories or whatever about this machine. Maybe this machine has the ability to give somebody every jutsu known to man, because they said it costs so much money. It's like something that could buy a country or some crazy shit. So that was very expensive. Well, what would somebody want that? Maybe it could create a living being with every jutsu. Maybe it's creating followers. Maybe that's what Kara is, a bunch of artificial beings, so to speak, which again would also go into the theory of how can anybody keep up with Naruto and Sasuke and it actually be credible, not some dude coming out of the slums and, yeah, I'm beating gods now, you know what I'm saying? So this machine and this group Kara, there's some very huge correlation as to how they can possibly keep up with these people, Naruto, Sasuke. Now, Boruto and them, Shinobi can take them. They're genin. They're not that big a deal right now, so I'm not really worried about how credible that would be. They could probably dust them off, especially what we seen Kara do in the beginning of this shit, when he dusted that old man, what was it, Koji dusted Jigen or whatever. Like, okay, Kara can do some things. Maybe this machine is the reason why he'll be able to keep up with some of the bigger and stronger people from the Hidden Leaf. And again, just the fact that they're including what seemingly means they're coming from different places that we don't even know of yet. Great, great things right there for Kara. And then the ending. Oh, Konohamaru investigating, and it seems as though that same guy, Koji, because he said, hey, it's my fault, I'm gonna get that back, don't worry about it, and he showed up at the end while Konohamaru's in there. I want to see some insane shit. I don't think Konohamaru's gonna die, to be honest with you. I don't see that happening, but it would be amazing if he gets absolutely wrecked, shows back up and he's missing a hand or some crazy shit, I don't know, a leg, or he's just completely dusted off and Naruto finds him there, or somebody finds Konohamaru there. Maybe it'll be Boruto, because it is Boruto series, and he's completely wrecked. That would be insane, and I want to know more about so many different things. Honestly, this chapter, one of the best Boruto chapters, definitely one of the best Boruto chapters in a long time, and one of the best ones of the entirety so far. What is it, 16 if I'm not mistaken? Out of 16 chapters, this opened up a whole new world of possibilities for strong opponents. It opened up new technology. It showcased more Boruto. It showcased potentially more world building in the Boruto and / Naruto verse, and I'm excited, and that's all okay. Kara's looking great. This was honestly a very good to a great chapter, maybe an 8.5 out of 10. I'm really excited about Kara, but so many questions, and I want to ask you guys, what do you think is that technology? What does it do? Does it give somebody every jutsu into their body? Is it creating artificial warriors? Where does Kara come from? What is their ultimate goal? What did you think about the Boruto versus Naruto fight again? It felt a little forced just to showcase something there of the technology or whatever, but at the very least, it showcased a little growth in Boruto, right? And do you think Konohamaru is going to get wrecked by this member of Kara? And just, again, so many questions. I would love to read your theories and whatnot. Like, this chapter of Boruto, this is what we've been needing, and I'm so glad that they're finally allowing Ikemoto and the other staff members to move forward with the plot, because the Tento chapters was ass. These chapters now, the Kara chapters, I'm fucking with it. I'm really liking it, and it's going in a great path with actual story. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.